centrosome or centrioles. These are structures not found in the plant cell, only found in animal cell. Also found in certain of algae, also may be found in fungi, but strictly absent in plants. Okay. Now taking the example of animal cell, if we try to understand where the structure lies, suppose this is an animal cell and this is the nucleus. Okay. Now see, always nearby to the nucleus of animal cells, two spherical structures would be present. Okay. This structure individually is called centriole. Okay. And centriole in pair, because they will always remain in pair, isn't it? In pair is called diplosome. Okay, what is it called? Diplosome. Now the diplosome will remain embedded in an amorphous matrix. Okay, in an amorphous matrix in the cytoplasm. Do remember, it's not membrane bound. Okay, it's simply going to be found in a dense part of the cytoplasm near nucleus, and that dense cytoplasmic portion is called kinoplasm or centroplasm. Alright. So diplosome plus kinoplasm together is known as centrosome. Understood? In the animal cell, near the nucleus remains two circular structures which are going to be known as individually the centrioles. In pair we call them diplosome, and they remain suspended in the amorphous part of the cytoplasm called kinoplasm or centroplasm. So diplosome plus kinoplasm together makes up centrosome. Is that clear? All of you have understood this? Now, see this. It is an organelle usually containing two cylindrical structures and centriole which are surrounded by a cloud of amorphous pericentriolar material. Okay. These two centrioles called diplosome are localized at right angles to each other, and when suspended in the centroplasm, diplosome and centroplasm together makes up the centrosome. Do remember that. Now, they are absent in plants, are present in animals, fungi and algae. Okay, clear? Now let's see the structure. That's the main importance here. See, the structure of centriole is 9+0 arrangement of microtubules. Okay. So why is it called 9+0 arrangement? That's because here we have 9 microtubule triplets. Okay. 9 microtubule triplets that are found in the periphery, but no microtubules at the center. So we call it 9+0 arrangement. Okay. The microtubule triplets consist of this A, B and C microtubules, okay, which are going to remain joined together by the help of Ca linker. So this is Ca linker, which is joining together all of the peripheral microtubule triplets. Alright. Now, this microtubule triplets on the other hand would remain joined together at the center, which consists of a proteinaceous hub, okay, by the help of radial spokes. Radial spokes. Okay. The radial spokes would attach all the microtubule triplets at the center that consists of the proteinaceous hub. Okay. So do remember, unlike cilia and flagella, the centriole do not possess any membrane. You cannot find any membrane here. Rather, each microtubule triplets on the sides would contain certain amorphous substances that's called mesiules or pericentriolar satellites. Alright. So this is the structure all about. Let me tell it to you again so that it becomes clear. The structure of centriole consists of 9 microtubule triplets at the periphery, which will remain joined together by Ca linker, and each of these triplets would remain joined at the center, which consists of proteinaceous hub by the help of radial spokes. Okay, membrane is absent. On the other hand, there would be certain mesials or pericentriolar satellites that will be found adjacent to each microtubule triplets. Fine. So this is the structure of centriole, and as a pair we will call it diplosome, and when it is going to be present in that particular specific matrix of the cytoplasm, we will call it the centrosome. Okay, diplosome plus centrioles, or rather diplosome plus centroplasm is called centrosome. Alright, so that's all regarding the structure of cilia and flagella and centriole or centrosome. I hope all of you have understood this properly, because from exam point of view, it's the diagrams that would be very important. So all of you practice it well, and in the next class we'll start with nucleus. Thank you.